But do you ever stop thinking about doing movies from other cultures and other countries? For example, we have a really good music here in Brazil.
Just putting it out there. Yeah, I think I would probably think about that.
I might learn the guitar myself.
That's just too funny. Takes years of practice, commitment.
Are you really going to talk to me about commitment?
We had Ons, Sing Street, Begin Again, now we had Flora and Son. All of these movies with a message that music can change your life. Where do you find inspiration for that?
I do believe that music should, you should be open to letting music change your life. It seems like music is like an element there that humans create. It's not there on its own, but that humans express it and create these musical sounds that go out and connect to people. And I think I'm trying to find stories, different stories and different concoctions of the same idea, which is that, like, how can I express cinematically the effect that music had on me when I was young, how grateful I am to music and the musicians that created that music.
Can you tell us about the process to find the cast for the Flora and Son? We have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Evan Hilson.
It was an interesting process. Obviously, the actors have to be able to perform a little bit and sing, so they have to have some musical sort of knowledge or insight, but not too much. They don't need to be opera singers or, James Taylor on guitar or something like that.
Happy birthday.
What's that?
It's yours.
Don't want to play. Since when am I a guitarist?
I can't go on like this, living in a shoebox with a kid who hates me.
Can't wait for the day I don't have to be here.
Go on! Go back to your dad!
These characters are, flawed and amateur. They're just learning, or they haven't made it. That was a very big part of the equation. In a weird way, that was more important than your acting ability or the movies you'd been in or a film star versus a non-name or any of that. It was really trying to create a little band of my own.
Can we talk about the process of making music for Flora and Son?
The songs in this movie, more than any of the films that I've made, have to really feel like they're coming out of the characters. They can't feel like, oh, you just got Eve to sing a great song and suddenly she's like Flora from the Flats and she can sing like an angel and write a great... That people aren't going to buy that, and it's bullshit. And likewise, when Joe sings, you've got to go, oh, that wasn't the best song ever. That guy's not great, but he is good. Why hasn't he made it? So the songs that we had to craft had to feel like they were plausible and coming from those characters with their limitations. And it's challenging, more challenging, in fact, to write that music than it is to just write the best song for a musical ever.
We're ready to teach you how to shred the knob on guitar.
So, you want to learn the guitar? This is a gift you can take to your grave.
What's your problem?
I didn't know I had a problem.
You're teaching guitar online, love.
With your movies, you're kind of creating your own age of musicals. What do you feel is necessary to make a good musical besides good music, of course?
I think you have to believe in music and see the world through a certain lens to make a good, convincing musical film. That if you look at the musicals from the 30s and 40s, when it doesn't work, it's an epic fail. And when it does work, it's the best thing ever. And that should tell you something about those movies. And I think what it's telling you is if the creative person behind the directing of the movie doesn't know what they're talking about and love what the movie is selling and telling you, it's going to fail really, really badly. Can you imagine watching a horror film directed by somebody who didn't absolutely love and come up on horror movies and was affected by 10 of the best horror movies? There's a specialty thing that you need.
We all know the Dublin is in your heart, but do you ever stop thinking about doing movies from other cultures and other countries? For example, we have a really good music here in Brazil.
Just putting it out there. Yeah, I think I would probably think about that, but having done Begin Again in New York and a bit of Modern Love, that actually kind of drew me back to Dublin, actually. And I felt like I'm not done telling those stories. And I think there's characters out there that I see in the music world in Dublin that I'd love to put in movies or reference in films. So I think I'll be here for a while yet, but definitely one day, maybe I'll come out there and try and do something.
We're gonna be waiting for you.
And the guitar, it's so sexy.
Okay.
Is that why you took it up?
Let's focus on you.
Are you coming on to me?